It is late. The house is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. You sit alone in the dark with your headphones on. Rain taps gently against your window like a soft drum, keeping time with your thoughts. The blue glow of your phone illuminates your face as you scroll through your music library. And what do you choose to listen to? Not something happy, not something upbeat. No. You scroll past all of that, past the party anthems and the feel-good hits. You find the song, the one with the slow piano that sounds like gentle footsteps in an empty hallway, the one with a voice that sounds like it knows your pain, the one that makes your chest feel heavy and your eyes feel warm. You press play, and for some reason, you feel better. This makes no sense at all. You are already feeling down. You are already carrying something heavy in your heart. Logic would say you should put on something cheerful, something to lift your spirits. So why would you choose to listen to something sad? Why would you pour more water into a glass that is already full? This is the question that has puzzled thinkers for thousands of years. From ancient philosophers to modern scientists surrounded by brain scanners and research papers, brilliant minds have tried to understand this strange human behavior. It is called the tragedy paradox, and tonight we are going to solve it together. By the time this video ends, you will understand something beautiful about yourself. You will learn why your heart reaches for sorrow when it is already hurting. You will discover that this is not a weakness. It is not a flaw. It is actually one of the most powerful gifts you have. It is a sign of depth, a sign of sensitivity, a sign that you are more connected to your humanity than most people ever allow themselves to be. So stay with me. Let the music play softly in your mind, and let us begin. Think about the last time you listened to a sad song on purpose. Maybe it was after a hard day at work when nothing seemed to go right. Maybe it was after a fight with someone you love when words were said that could not be taken back. Maybe it was on a quiet Sunday afternoon when you just felt a little empty inside for no reason at all. You could have put on something cheerful. You could have tried to force a smile and fake your way into a better mood. But you did not. You chose the minor key. You chose the slow tempo. You chose the lyrics that felt like they were written just for you. And here is the strange part. It helped. This is not just your imagination. Scientists have studied this phenomenon for years. They have put people in brain scanners and watched what happens when they listen to sad music. What they found is remarkable. When you hear a mournful melody, your brain releases a hormone called prolactin. You might know prolactin by another name. Some call it the consolation hormone. It is the same substance that helps a mother bond with her baby during those precious first moments of life. It is the same chemical that flows through you when someone holds you, while you cry. It is the feeling of being comforted, of being safe, of being understood. Prolactin creates a sense of peace and connection. It calms the nervous system. It wraps around your heart like a warm blanket on a cold night. And the beautiful thing is that sad music triggers this response reliably. Every time you press play on that Melancholy playlist, you are telling your brain to produce this comfort chemical. But here is the twist. In real life, prolactin is released when something truly sad happens. When you lose someone you love, when you fail at something that mattered to you, when your heart breaks into 1,000 pieces. But when you listen to sad music, your brain gets confused in the most wonderful way. It hears the sadness in the melody. It feels the emotion in the lyrics. And it releases prolactin as if you are going through something real. But you are not. You are safe. You are sitting in your room. Nothing bad is actually happening, so you get all the comfort without any of the pain. This is like a cheat code for your emotions. Sad music gives you access to healing chemicals without making you go through actual tragedy. Your brain cannot tell the difference between the sadness in the song and sadness in your life, so it wraps you in that warm blanket of comfort, even though you are just listening to someone else's story. Let us consider a composite profile of someone we will call Maya. Maya is a young woman who works long hours at a job she does not love. She comes home tired most nights. Her friends are busy building their own lives. Her family lives far away. Some evenings, Maya feels a quiet loneliness that she cannot quite name. It is not dramatic. It is more like a dull ache, a gentle weight on her chest. On those nights, Maya puts on her headphones and listens to an old album from a singer who died before she was born. The songs are slow. The words are about loss and longing, and something shifts inside her. Something loosens. Maya is not trying to make herself feel worse. She is doing something much smarter than that. She is giving herself permission to feel. In our busy world, we are taught to push through our emotions. We are told to stay positive no matter what. We are encouraged to keep moving, keep smiling, keep producing. But our hearts do not work that way. Our hearts need to feel what they feel. And when we do not let them, the pain does not go away. It just hides. It waits. It grows heavier. Sad music opens a door that most of us keep locked tight. It says, "Come in. It is safe here. You can feel whatever you need to feel without judgment." This is what the ancient Greeks called catharsis. They believed that watching a tragedy could purify the soul. It could release the emotions that were trapped inside like water released from a dam. And they were right. Modern science has proven what those old philosophers knew all along. We need to feel our feelings. We need to let them move through us like storms passing through the sky. And sometimes we need art to help us do it. Think about a time when you cried during a movie or a song. Remember how you felt afterward? There was probably a sense of release, a lightness that was not there before, like something that was stuck inside you finally moved, like a knot that had been tied in your chest for weeks finally came undone. That is catharsis at work. That is your heart cleaning itself. And sad music is one of the best tools we have for this kind of emotional housekeeping. But there is something else happening here, something even more beautiful. When you listen to sad music, you are not just processing your own emotions. You are connecting with someone else across time and space. The person who wrote that song felt something too. They sat down with their pain and their heartbreak, and instead of letting it destroy them, they turned it into art. They found words for feelings that most of us struggle to name. And when you listen, something magical happens. You are saying, "I understand. I have felt this too." The space between listener and artist collapses completely. Two souls connect through the shared experience of being human and hurting and surviving despite it all. This is the magic of shared human experience. It is one of the most healing forces we know. We walk through life thinking we are the only ones who feel this way. We think our sadness is strange. We think our loneliness is a personal failing. But they are not. Every person who has ever lived has felt loss. Every person has sat in the dark and wondered if anyone truly understands them. And then a song comes on. A melody captures a feeling you thought was impossible to describe. And suddenly, you realize something profound. Someone does understand. Someone felt exactly what you feel. You are not as alone as you thought. Let us look at a narrative illustration of a listener finding peace in a somber melody. Imagine a man we will call Daniel. Daniel is in his early 40s. He's going through a divorce. His children live with their mother now. He sees them on weekends, but it is not the same. He misses tucking them in at night. He misses the small moments that he never knew were the big moments until they were gone. The apartment he rents now feels too quiet. One night, Daniel is driving home when an old song comes on the radio. A song about a father missing his family. The singer's voice cracks on the high notes, and Daniel, who has not cried in months, feels tears rolling down his face. He has to pull over. In that moment, something shifts. Daniel does not feel more alone. He feels less alone. Because someone else felt this. Someone else found words for this pain. Someone else survived it long enough to write it down and share it with the world. And if they survived, maybe Daniel will too. This is why we reach for sad music when we are hurting. We are not trying to make things worse. We are looking for company on a road that feels impossibly lonely. We are looking for proof that we are not broken. We are looking for a hand to hold in the dark. But there is a darker side to this comfort that we must address. Not all sad music is good for us all the time. Sometimes we can get stuck. Sometimes we use sad songs not to process our feelings, but to avoid moving at all. We play the same heartbreak playlist for weeks. We marinate in the sorrow. We let it become our whole world. This is called rumination. It is when we think the same sad thoughts over and over without ever moving through them. And over time, this can be harmful. The key is awareness. The next time you reach for that melancholy song, ask yourself a simple question. Am I using this to feel and release? Or am I using this to stay stuck? There is no wrong answer, but the question matters. Sad music is a powerful tool, and like any powerful tool, it works best when we use it with intention. Now let us go deeper into the heart of this mystery. Let us explore what it really says about you that you love sad music, because the truth might surprise you. It might even change how you see yourself. For a long time, people thought that loving sad songs was a sign of depression or mental illness. They thought it meant you were negative or hopeless or damaged in some fundamental way. Parents worried about teenagers who listened to melancholy music. Friends tried to cheer you up by putting on happy songs against your will. Society sent a clear message that preferring sad music meant something was wrong with you that needed to be fixed. But research tells a completely different story that turns all of those assumptions upside down. People who are drawn to sad music tend to have something special, something that is actually quite rare and deeply valuable in this world. They have a high capacity for empathy. Empathy is the ability to feel what others feel. It is the gift of putting yourself in someone else's shoes and actually experiencing their emotions as if they were your own. It is what makes you cry at movies about strangers. It is what makes you hurt when you see someone else in pain, even if you have never met them. It is what makes you a good friend and a good listener and a good human being. And it turns out, people with high empathy are significantly more likely to enjoy sad music. They do not just hear the notes and register that it is a slow song. They feel the story being told beneath the surface. They step into the shoes of the singer like actors entering a role. They experience the emotion as if it were their own lived experience. The boundaries between self and other become thin and permeable. And when the song ends, they come back to themselves richer for the journey, like travelers returning from a foreign land with new understanding in their hearts. This is not weakness. This is profound strength that our culture often fails to recognize or reward. In a world that often celebrates coldness and detachment, you have chosen to keep your heart open and receptive. In a world that rewards toughness and emotional armor, you have stayed tender and real. Every time you let a sad song move you, you are practicing the most human skill of all. You are practicing feeling. You are practicing connection. You are staying alive in places where others have gone numb. Let us consider what this means for your relationships and your life. People with high empathy make better friends because they can sense when something is wrong, even when no one says a word. They notice the subtle shifts in tone and body language that others miss completely. They make better partners because they can understand what their loved ones need without being told. They make better parents because they can remember what it felt like to be young and scared and confused by the world. People with high empathy can offer comfort without being asked. They can hold space for someone else's pain because they know intimately what it feels like to sit in their own. They are the ones who remember to check in after a difficult day. They are the ones who notice when a smile does not quite reach the eyes. They are the people who make the world a warmer and more connected place simply by existing in it and caring about others. So the next time someone looks at your playlist and asks why you listen to such sad music, you can tell them the truth with confidence. You are not sad. You are deep. You are not broken. You are connected to the full spectrum of human experience. You are not running from your feelings. You are brave enough to face them head on while others look away. There is another piece to this puzzle that we have not talked about yet. Something that gets overlooked in all the discussions about hormones and psychology and brain chemistry. It is the power of beauty itself. Sad music is not just sad. It is beautiful. There is something about a minor key that touches a place inside us that major keys simply cannot reach. There is something about a slow melody that gives our souls room to breathe and expand. We are drawn to sad music, not just because it helps us feel our feelings. We are drawn to it because it is art of the highest order. And art, at its very best, shows us what it means to be human in all our complexity and contradiction. Beauty has its own healing power. When you encounter something truly beautiful, something in you relaxes and opens. Something in you says, yes, this is true. And sad music often contains the most concentrated form of beauty we can find. The ache in the singer's voice, the way the notes hang in the air before fading into silence, the space between sounds that is just as important as the sounds themselves. This is beauty that knows about pain, and somehow, mysteriously, that makes it more beautiful rather than less. Think about the greatest songs ever written, the ones that have lasted for decades and crossed cultures and languages and generations. So many of them are about loss, about longing, about love that ended too soon or never had the chance to begin at all. These songs have lasted because they tell the truth about life without flinching or looking away. Life is beautiful, but it is also hard. We lose people we love. We make mistakes we cannot fix no matter how hard we try. We carry wounds that never fully heal despite the passage of time. And sad music does not pretend otherwise. It sits with us in the truth of our experience. It says, yes, this is hard, and it is also beautiful. Both things are true at the same time. This is why sad music feels like home to so many of us. It does not ask us to be happy when we are not ready. It does not demand that we perform wellness for the comfort of others. It accepts us as we are, in whatever state we arrive. And in that acceptance, we find something we have been looking for all along without quite knowing what to call it. We find permission to be human, permission to feel everything we feel, permission to take off the mask and just be ourselves for a little while. Now we are approaching the end of our journey tonight, and I want to leave you with something important that I hope stays with you long after the video ends. If you are someone who loves sad music, you are not alone, not even close. Millions of people around the world are putting on their headphones right now, at this very moment. They are pressing play on the same kinds of songs you love. They are feeling the same things you feel. They are seeking the same comfort and the same connection. And in some strange, beautiful way, you are all connected. Even though you have never met, even though you are in different countries and different time zones and different stages of life, you share this. You share this love for melancholy. You share this gift for feeling deeply. You are part of a community of deep thinkers, a community of sensitive souls, a community of people who understand that life is not about avoiding pain. It is about moving through it. It is about finding beauty in the sorrow. It is about letting the music carry us when our legs are too tired to walk. This is not something to be ashamed of. This is something to celebrate. Your heart knows things that other hearts have forgotten. Your soul remembers what it means to feel everything. And in a world that is constantly telling us to numb out and move on, you have chosen a different path. You have chosen to stay awake, to stay present, to stay open. So tonight, when you put on your headphones and scroll to that song, the one that always gets you, I want you to do it with pride. Do it knowing that you are practicing an ancient form of healing. Do it knowing that philosophers and poets and musicians throughout history have done the same thing. Do it knowing that the tears you might cry are not a sign of weakness. They are water for your soul. They are making room for new growth. They are clearing out the old to make space for the new. Sad music is not about staying sad forever. It is about honoring where you are right now. It is about giving yourself permission to feel before you try to heal. And when the song ends, you will still be here. Maybe a little lighter, maybe a little more at peace. Maybe ready to face tomorrow with a heart that has been tended to. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. I hope you feel seen. I hope you feel understood. I hope you feel a little less alone in your love for melancholy. And I hope you walk away from this knowing something important about yourself. You are not broken for loving sad music. You are deep and empathic and beautifully human. If this resonated with you, I would love for you to join this community. Consider subscribing so we can explore more of these deep topics together. We talk about the things that keep you up at night, the questions you think about when the world gets quiet, the things that make you, you. And before you go, I have one question for you. What is the one song that always heals your heart? The one you go to when everything feels heavy and the world feels like too much? I would love to know. Drop it in the comments below. Maybe someone else needs to hear it tonight. Maybe your song will be the hand in the dark for another soul who is searching for exactly what you have found. Until next time, take care of that beautiful, deep, sensitive, feeling heart of yours. It is a gift to this world. It is not a burden. It is not too much. It is exactly right. Never forget that. I will see you in the next one.